Hello everyone. In the last tutorial, we have seen that what SQL stands for and for what purpose we use SQL, and that a relational databases stores information in a tabular format. And we are going to use Oracle for executing all SQL statements, that is all SQL queries throughout this tutorial series. So we'll start for it. If you remember, for last lecture or last tutorial, we have taken example of this table, that is student, which has 5 columns and 6 rows. So we'll go ahead and we'll see how to create table in SQL Oracle. So I'll connect to it. Okay, so basically SQL allows us to write two types of language queries. Basically there are more, but for now we'll considering on two types of queries, that is one is DDL, that is data definition language, and another one is DML, data manipulation language, that works with the actual data, and DDL works with the structure of a table. So before inserting any of these records into this table, the first thing that we need to do is create a table and define that which columns it is going to have and which kind of data each column is going to store. So we'll go ahead. So in order to create this table, we write a query as create table, then a table name. In this case, the table name is student. In SQL, it is completely case insensitive language. So it doesn't matter whether I write with S capital or completely capital. So create table, all these keywords, in this case also case does not matter. So I'll write, go ahead, create table student, semicolon, and within this block we provide the list of columns that this table is going to have and kind of data each column is going to store. So my first column is roll number, then it is going to store numeric type of data, so we'll give the data type as number, okay, comma, next name. Okay, so name is a keyword over here, so instead of taking it as name, we'll make it as S name. Data type as varchar2. We'll provide the maximum size for it as 10. Then we have age, again number, marks, number, and division, that is char. We'll execute this command. Okay, so we get the message as table student is created. So essentially what we have did over here is we have written a query to create table. So we'll just have a look on its basic, the simplest form of syntax. So the syntax goes as create, we have to use it as keyword as it is, table, then whichever table name that we wish to specify. So it can be anything. Over here the table name is student. Then within create table, what we specify is column name 1 and its data type, comma, then again column 2 its data type, column 3 data type. So this is just a simplest syntax that we need to know for creating table. It allows much more facilities rather than just creating a table and specifying columns and its data types. So we'll go ahead with that in subsequent tutorials. For now, we'll just stick with this simplest syntax. Now, while creating this table student, we have used here three various data types, that is one is number, then varchar2 and char. Number allows us to specify a numeric data type, and in order to specify a column that will contain a character based data, then we either use varchar2 or char. When we specify varchar2, the value we give, then we want to say that this column will have maximum 10 characters, means each value in that column, here that is ABC, PQR, XYZ, can have maximum of 10 characters, not more than that. And in terms of division, instead of specifying varchar, we have specified char. So the basic difference between varchar and char is varchar2 stands for variable number of characters, that is up to 10 characters. So actual number of characters can be 10 or less than it. But when we specify char, so we are 100% sure that each value in this column is going to have one character only. So division can have possible values as A and B, which is always of one character. So since we have executed this command, now this table is created, but this table is completely empty. It doesn't have any information. So our next task is to actually add the information. So for doing that, we go for another queries, that is insert into, then table name, student, values, and we specify each individual value in a comma separated manner. So the values over here is, first value is 1. While inserting numeric values, we do not specify single quotes, but for character based values, the values needs to be specified in single quotes. So ABC will specify in single quotes, then 12 again a numeric value, 45, and then A. So if we just go ahead with this, insert into student, second information, that is 2, PQR, 13, null, and B. Okay, so we have not executed these commands yet, but just let me tell you, in throughout this tutorial series, we'll more focus on how do we write SQL queries, whether it is of simple type or a bit intermediate or complex type of queries, rather than giving more emphasis on syntax. So as we move ahead with writing different types of queries, we'll discover various syntax that we use for it. So now, up to this, what we have seen is this, the value is 45, and for this a new keyword is introduced that we call it as null. So if we analyze this table, roll number 1, that is first student, have appeared the exam and have got 45 marks. In case of third student, he has appeared exam but have scored 0 marks. But consider 2, that is second student, he has not appeared the exam. Obviously marks are going to be 0. But if we specify 0, then it actually means that student has appeared and then scored 0. So null is essentially a keyword that is used to represent absence of information or whether the information is not applicable. So for second type, we specify null. Now when we only specify insert into and table name and then values, we have to specify the values in the same sequence as the number of columns that we have specified during creation of table. If you want to alter this, reverse the statements, then we can specify the order in which we want to insert the information. So let's say insert into student, and then I specify, let's say S name, then roll number, marks, age, and diff, then values. Now the first value will be for S name, that is for XYZ. Second value will be for roll number, that is 3. then for 11, okay, marks is okay 0. Then we have age, that is 11, and then division. So let's execute these commands. Okay, so each individual query inserts one record. So similarly, you can also insert remaining free records into table. From next tutorial onwards, we'll focus on retrieving information from table, that is we call it as a select statement, that is select queries. Until then, happy learning.